I'm back. Hi, how are you? I'm back with the title Dusty, Musty, and Crusty Has You Lusting. Yes, they all rhyme. Y'all hit the like button as you get in, and I'd appreciate that. I know I have a lot of new subscribers, so we're going to have to cover some of the basics so that you know how this channel kind of works. On this channel, we do not go for certain things when dating or looking for potential partners or whatnot, or sugar daddies. We don't look for all that Prince Charming stuff. We don't look for looks. We don't look for none of that stuff. Oh, breaking news. Fabo, thanks for the update. You said Jeffree Star boyfriend robbed him and dipped. He was flexing so hard. Oh, oopsie. Thank you, Desi Sprinkle. He must have watched my channel. Okay, shout out to Jeffree Star boyfriend. He done leveled out. Leveled up, leveled out, leveled out. Okay. Yes, I got a black eye. Actually, it's dark brown, but I look good, don't I? I was wearing these for ambiance. But if you want to see my beautiful face, I'll take it off for you. So Dusty, Crusty, and Musty are the type of men that bring you down in life, that rob you of your self-esteem, that get you to do things that you wouldn't normally do, and leave you high and dry looking like a fool. And you still want them after they've done this to you. So let's talk about these type of dudes and these type of women who can't get enough of them. Somebody said guilty. Oh, well, yes, this video is for you then, Sherry. If you are one of those women, I'm going to tell you exactly why you are this way. I don't know you personally, so you can't take personal offense. This is just a general statement for everyone. I know it's not going to all fit perfect, but you'll see some parts that do, but just take what resonates. So the reason why these type of relationships are so hard and clingy and hard to get over is because you trusted. You gave up a part of yourself knowing this person had nothing, thinking that they would do the same for you in return, or at least give you the respect that you may have thought you deserved. But what type of respect are you expecting from a musty, crusty, and dusty dude? They don't even respect themselves. So what made you ever think that they would respect you? That's number one. And when you don't respect yourself, you can never respect other people, period. So if they're musty, crusty, and dusty, which means they can't hold down a job, they can't do anything right, they can't, provide, it means that they don't care about themselves as being a man, and they never intended to become a man. They just depended on you to take care of them until they were done with you or tired of you or whatever. Okay. And you wanted them back. You were so crazy over them because they made you feel a certain way in order to get what they wanted at the time that they wanted it. And they know that you become codependent on them emotionally because you've invested so much that you would also feel like a fool if you were to not continue to do certain things for them, and they would leave you high and dry, and then all your family members and friends would be like, I told you so, I told you he was no good. And so you're trying to hold on to all of this and not have people saying, oh, I told you so, or not having the Dusty leave and go get another one after you done put in all that work. Like that Beyonce song, Ring the Alarm. You probably start playing that. But at the end of the day, that was probably his plan all along. And it was probably because he doesn't respect himself, so he doesn't respect you, and therefore he doesn't feel guilty about what he's doing. Because to him it's just survival or playing a game. And so you have to get over people like that because they're playing you from start. They're playing you from start. Okay. You met a guy with so much charisma, you afraid you might fall for him, but I enjoyed talking to him. Should I drop him? Girl, no. Get his charismatic money. If you have one or two, it's harder to fall for one. That's why if you find yourself falling for people easily, always date more than one. That's what men do. Why do you think they never commit? I don't want a commitment. I just want to be friends with benefits. Oh, I don't need a commitment. Oh, I'm not that type of person. I'll never get married. That's because they're already dating several people at one time. So that they never get attached to you because they're always over here and over there. So they don't have the same problem many women do, because many women just really attach to one man and try to make that one thing work because they believe in like true love and building and all that kind of stuff, But that's not what you should be doing. But that's what the man feels you're going to want to do. So he has you right where he wants you. So he can have his cake and eat it too. And when he's ready to get up and leave, some of them will even ask for a to-go box and walk right out. Like I remember yesterday or the day before, this lady said she broke up with her Dusty and he had the nerve to ask her for $200 before he left. You have $200. How you gonna break up with somebody and then ask her for $200 before you leave? That was a real Dusty relationship. Right? I said, I hope you didn't give it to him. I said, this is exactly what counterfeit money was created for at this moment in time. Okay, this would have been the time to pull out them counterfeit bills and hand them over. Well, here you go, baby. Spend them real good. I'm telling y'all. So yeah, they don't have respect. So they're never going to respect you. They're never going to see you as what your true value is, because they don't even see themselves for their full potential. And they don't even want to climb to their full potential. So how could they expect you how could they expect you? They actually do expect you to stay as long as you are in that dream state or that trance that they have you in. Once you start to wake up, they start to make other arrangements. They already know. When you start to wake up, they're like, uh-oh, I better go call that other one. Start telling her some lies because, I need a place to live now. Got to get this car note paid because she ain't finna pay my car note anymore. So they start working on the other one when they start see you try to change up a little bit. And this is what most women go through when they're having relationship problems with Dusty. Yeah. So they'll start to see the signs that you're not happy anymore, and they'll go latch on to another woman who they can, fool, and then they can just make what I call a smooth transition onto the next. And that's what hurts a lot of the women that are with them so much, because it's like, oh, well, you didn't even bother to get over me. You already with the other one, and A, B, C, and D, and I want you back, and I didn't even have time to mourn our relationship, and you already moved in with Pig Misha too. So that's because that was their plan all along, and you still failed to see that, because if your plan was different, you would try to make it work. You would try to pull it together and make it work and be a better man and fix what's broken. But now they're making plans to move into the next chick's house and do the same thing to her. So that's how you know it was already planned from the start, and that they know they can just go get another one, and you'll still love them and pine for them. And if they ever need something from you, they know all they got to do is call. And so they're never really without. I left her. I'm not with her no more. Be back over there the next day. You know, then they'll ghost you. Hey, I thought we were getting back together. And then he'll be at the other chick's house the next day. Well, we made up. We're going to try to make it work. Oopsie. So, the best advice is to block them. That way you don't go backwards in life. You know, if you go backwards, if you keep going backwards in life, how will you ever get to your future and your real potential? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they tell you exactly what you want to hear because they know you're emotional and they depend on you to be emotional. That's why when I teach how to control your emotions and when I tell y'all stop feeling that, stop doing all of that, they lose the control over you and they lose all of that power and they can't even approach women like you anymore because you've wised up. So just understand that they're going to tell you exactly what you want to hear when you want to hear it, not when you don't want to hear it, because then it means that might just be real. Why is it only when you want to hear it and need to hear it? Because whatever he has is being threatened. Whatever situation is at hand is being threatened. Then he starts to try to do a little bit extra and when he feels that it's slipping. So if he's not doing it out of the kindness of his heart all the time, or just whenever he feels like he should, and it's only when y'all are arguing or you're trying to threaten to leave or you're threatening to break up with him, then it's not real, period. Okay? All right. You say you were Dusty, Angel? Well, everybody got to start somewhere. You don't have to stay a Dusty. You can always transcend your dustiness. Okay. I'm going to put people on hold who are asking the same question too many times. So I see your question and I'm not going to answer it if it's not something that I feel like I need to answer. Okay. So don't spam or I'm going to take away your ability to comment. All right. Warning. Linda. My ex would go to another level up to try to come back, but I was always steps ahead. Good for you. Hey, y'all. So you're allergic to dust. Yep. As you should be. Dusty men are masculine on the outside, but on the inside, they're not masculine. But you have to understand the psychological aspect of being even attracted to a Dusty. What you're telling yourself and everybody who's watching from outside is that you don't deserve any better. And you're sacrificing all your self-value and all your self-worth for some Dusty dude that would never do the same for you. You're basically looking like a fool for love. And that's what this love will turn you into, a fool before everyone's eyes, except your own. Girl, I thought she was going to do better than that in life. Look who she with, that Dusty. Mm-hmm. Girl, yeah. I mean, I thought she would end up with somebody better than that, but look, I don't know, I guess. So it's almost as if, they're disappointed in you for settling for the Dusty dude. That they understand and know is going to break your heart and leave you high and dry. They already know this from get-go. The only person that don't know it is you. Okay. How to be humble. You have high self-esteem. It's hard to seem arrogant. It's hard not to seem arrogant. I feel like people like humbleness more. They don't like, well, I only use it when it's a technique that I need to use to get something. I only use it in my acting. Thank you, Tay Bougie. Sprinkle Sprinkle. He always talks about what he spent on big ticket items and others, but not me. Should I drop him? Sprinkle Sprinkle. Well, what are you going to do about that? Like, here's my thing. Everybody's always asking, should they do this and should they do that? Have you figured out how to make money out of it yet? If there's no way to squeeze money out of that situation, then drop it. But you can always make money out of any situation. Like, you need to learn how to speak. You need to learn how to speak up. And like, oh, really? Then you won't have a problem with us going to A, B, C, and D. You know? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. How to handle it when you have children together. Can't stop thanking you for everything no woman ever told me. How to handle it when you have children together, just like the man handles it, baby. See them when it's time to see the children and communicate only about the children. Period. Short and sweet, in and out. Okay. See him as a sperm donor only. And a weekend babysitter. That's it. That's all he is now. What? You're welcome. That's how you got to treat them. All right. Thank you, Karina Star. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is it worth moving to an expensive high-rise to reach it? No, it's not worth it, baby. Because they're going to be bringing home the receptionist or somebody's receptionist. Mm-hmm. You'll just be the neighbor. They might or might not hit and quit. You don't want to move to the building. You want them to move you into the building, darling. So there's a difference. You can live around the area or hang out in the area. But you don't need to be doing all of that. Unless you just want to. If you can afford it and it doesn't matter. I missed a super chat. Hold on. I don't think I did. I got it. Would you consider yourself very disciplined? Disciplined enough to get done what I need accomplished. Yep. I put my priorities in a certain order in order to maximize the benefits. Thank you, Samantha. How did you learn to focus on the bag and not love? Because I understand men. Men don't focus on love. They focus on what they want out of the relationship first, not the love. Men don't go in a relationship looking for love. They go in there looking for sex, shelter, free meals, whatever. So they're not going in there looking for love. So I shouldn't either. Okay. That's how you have to think. But if you're very young and you need to experience the feeling of figuring that out, then you definitely should. Just so you know for the next time. So, these dusty, crusty, musty dudes will find someone who has low self-esteem first. They'll clock you out in a crowd. They're like, oh, her right there. She's gonna be the one. They'll find you based on how you take care of yourself and how you look, knowing that they can get anything from you. This is just how we pick our targets, ladies. So how we pick our targets is how they pick their targets. They go for someone that has low self-esteem, who thinks that they're, as a man, the prize, and will just be thankful that someone wants to be with them who's slightly attractive. And so they'll target you. They'll be like, hey baby, hey. And you might not even be their type, just like most of the men that y'all date or sugar daddies aren't y'all's type. Okay. And they will act like you definitely their type. Right? And just how y'all ask oh, we got a sugar daddy. Is it okay if we have somebody young on the side that we kicking it with? Yep, that's what they do. Oh, I got a sugar mama. And the sugar mama don't even be old. They be the same age because Pick Misha is super desperate. So, see, guys don't need sugar mamas. There's Pick Misha take her place. So they can still date young. They just date somebody with low self-esteem who's slightly overweight or slightly, not leveled up enough, or who thinks that he's the prize and doesn't know her value. And this is where a lot of women find my channel when they finish with that dusty and they start to wake up and level up. Did I miss your super chat? I don't think I did. Thank you, Samantha. How did you learn to focus on the back? See, I got it. That was the last one. If you type in curse words or you're not typing it fast enough, it's not going to pop up, girl. Okay. And I did see yours. I said, if you want to move in, if you can afford it, go ahead. But I would just hang out in a rich area. Because I said rich men are going to be bringing home other women. And you're going to, he don't want you to, he's not going to be messing with you in a high rise when you've seen him bring home other women. Or if he does, it's going to be like a hit it and quit it type deal. Okay. And plus, why would you do that in the building you live in? He can't ever bring no woman home again if you live there. I wouldn't say that you should do that. At least, what man in their right mind would approach a woman and then they don't even have a car? The ones that know that the lady will buy them a car and let them borrow their car. Yep, an ex. See, women are very emotional, and men understand. Oh, they just want true love. They just want somebody to tell them they're beautiful and be with them. And I can get a car, I can get free shelter, I can get sex anytime I want it. Just tell her those things because that's what all women are looking for. They're extra over emotional, and all I got to do is say some words on her, and guess what? I got everything I want. They don't even have to work for you. They just tell you something, and you believe them, and they don't really even have to do it. They don't have to do anything, but just talk. So thank you, Karina Star, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. So that's why when women start valuing themselves more, they make people prove the words that they speak, or they only associate with certain types of people who they know can do certain things. They're not just blindly looking for anybody to love them or validate them. Okay. And that's where so many women mess up. They're just blindly looking for love. And that's why they get blindsided so many times. Because if you date it with strategy, you would not run into dusty, musty crusties anymore. And you wouldn't be lusting after them after they left. It's not them that you lust. It's the idea of what they represented falsely to you. It was the hope that you had. It was the character that they played in order to play you. Thank you, Cinderella. You have boyfriend. We had no sex today. Pretended to be sick so I can get money, but instead he asked to bring something. Help. What do you mean bring something? He asked you to bring you something. Oh, to bring you something to help you. Yeah, some money. Tell him to bring you some money so you can order food while he's gone tomorrow. Girl, he sound young. How old is he? Like 20 something? Mm-hmm. And why would you use sick to get money? That makes no sense. Sick and money don't go together. If you sick, you can't be out there spending money. You got to get better with your stories. Okay. And sick and money don't go together. That's like, okay, you sick, but you need some money. That don't make sense. You lying. Come on, you got to get better at it. Come on now. That's terrible. Terrible. I'm worried. I'm stressed. I got bills. I can't get in the mood. I need to pay this bill. I'm scared my car's going to get repossessed. It's 3 months behind. I need a couple thousand. You see how that works? That's real stress. And that will turn you off so quick if you worried about your car getting repoed while y'all in the bed rolling around. Period. Come through with the money or get off me. All right. Now I'm sick. I need some money. They don't go together. Okay, learn how to lie. Learn how to lie. Think about if you was up in front of a judge in the courtroom and you had to tell that story, that you would be gone. That's not, it don't even sound right. Okay. But hopefully you have learned and you could do better next time. All right. Us Pisces love to love, but when you really hurt us, we end up here. I think we love to love just to feel good within ourselves. And when you start loving for the correct reason, it doesn't matter who it is, because it's the feeling that you receive within. And that's why when a lot of old people get old, they want to, oh, come on over, baby. I'm gonna make you something to eat. Come on, so you need some money. Those people have gotten so used to loving unconditionally for the right reason, because it makes them feel good. They don't want anything in return. Yeah. And so the reason why so many women feel like they're heartbroken or want their ex back and want their dusty ex back, it's because they're not loving for the correct reason. They're loving in order to receive validation, in order to receive whatever from this dude. They're not loving for the correct reason. Okay, so that's why you feel jaded at the end of the day, because you already know in the back of your mind secretly that it is an arrangement. I'll repeat that. Secretly in the back of your subconscious mind, you know it is an arrangement. You're just not trying to be straight with yourself. You're not trying to be honest with yourself. So you kind of push it back and push it back and push it back. And then one day, when everything hits the fan, it's like your ego kicks in and you're upset because you didn't get what you thought you were going to get. And now you're upset because you didn't love unconditionally. You loved conditionally. And your conditions were not met. And you feel like you're owed something. So you didn't really love that person unconditionally. And you did not love to feel good for your own self and comfort. You loved to receive. So in a way, you are in a still, that's just like a gold digger, except instead of money, you got fake love. So that's why I will always say gold digger. At least I'm leaving with something in my hand, baby. I'll have this gold to remember you by always. Okay. And so when pick-me-shas and people that are dating for love always say, thank you, Karina Star Sprinkle, when they always say, oh, it sounds like prostitution. Well, y'all sound like prostitutes when y'all freely love, but expect something in return. And y'all give all y'all love, but looking for something back. Looking for payment back and a sense of validation. That's even worse, because you can't spend that. And you can't take it with you, and you can't show it to anybody. And all you end up with at the end of the day is feeling stupid after it's all said and done. So it's worse than prostitution, actually. You gave away stuff for free, hoping to get something in return. It's just like what some of y'all ladies ask, oh, well, what if he gave me money and then he wants me to pay him back and I don't, and he starts calling my phone? That's the same thing, except with love and emotion that wasn't never really truly real. It was lust. You lusted after him. You did, and you lusted after the idea of having someone that really meant what he said but didn't mean. It was the idea of him. So a Dusty could be like, oh, I love you, I want to be with you, we're gonna be together forever, girl, you know I love you. But then the next week he disappeared, you can't find him, da da da. But you bought into what he said, and then when he comes back, you'll take him back because you know deep down inside you paying for him, and you're still hoping that he'll validate you someday, and so you keeping him around because you've invested emotions in him. So it's the same thing with us, how we do it with money, but y'all do it with emotions, and then end up broken, jaded, always talking about, I need to heal, I need to heal. No, you need to stop. You need to stop. You don't need to heal, because you need to let that scar fester so that it can really teach you something. You need to live with that for a few weeks, a few days. You need to live with that. You don't need to heal from that. You need to stay mad so you stay away from Dusties. Okay, and once that anger has left you, once you've experienced, waiting to exhale, after you exhale, there's no more Dusties, because you'll see them coming from a mile away, because you lived in that pain, remembering every bad thing instead of every good thing. Oh, I miss him. Instead of being, oh, I miss him when he did this, I guess I could forgive him. Instead of seeing all of that because you're missing him, if you stay in the anger, you will see all the bad things he did, and you'll be like, I'm glad he gone. I hope he slip and fall in the shower or something. Thank you, Tosh, the great one. Thank you, because this is exactly what happened. You're glad you learned better. Thank you, Tosh, the great one. Sprinkle. Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you came out of that. So, right. So now, and when you get angry, you make changes. You don't stay in denial when you're angry. Anger will bring about change. Change will bring about level up. When you get mad, it's over. If you try to stay in your feelings and you let him back in, and you take his phone calls and you let him sweet talk you again out of your mind, it's just going to continue. But if you stay mad long enough, you will change for the better. Right. Hey, C. Taylor, sprinkle. Yes, I'm built like an H. What's the H back? I don't even know what that is. But thank you. They must look good, baby. Okay. They can't live in their car no more, right? Because they want to feel good again, like a crackhead. Exactly. That endorphin that's released in their brain when somebody lied to them about how they love them is what they get addicted to. Thank you, Nika Polar, sprinkle. Met a guy in technology for 7, but what if he has older kids, one still in the house? He says his older daughter is protective over him. Well, as long as she ain't protective over that wallet, I don't see the problem. Sprinkle. That's another way of saying you ain't getting no money. You ain't moving in either. So, because a grown man wouldn't tell you that. Because he's the daddy. He's the man. He should be the head of the household. He should be protecting her. So basically, he just told you, you ain't moving in, you ain't meeting my kids, and you ain't getting none of this money. So basically, all he got to offer you is probably nothing good. Okay, you got to start to read between these lines. Have you met his daughter? Have you been to his house? Has he offered you any kind of financial help? If so, hopefully he has by now. Thank you, Jade. I love myself, so push everyone away until someone begs and proves. Thank you, Jade. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can't push everybody away. You just can't. You just don't need to attract dust. There's a difference. Mm-hmm. Because you still got to play the game, no matter who it is. They could be paid, but you still got to play a game. But at least the game will be worth it at this point if they have something. Okay? You said Dusty get all the ladies. Yeah. But think about how that Dusty feels at the end of the day. At the end of each winter. Every year he got to take a picture, a selfie with somebody who he's probably not really attracted to. He probably got a lot of women just to have a place to sleep and get his bills paid. Okay, he probably feels less and less like a man each time he does this to a woman, which starts to affect him psychologically too. Every time he got to hop to one to the next, he starts to feel less and less of a man. And eventually he's going to turn into the type of Dusty that's going to want the woman to pay for everything. And he live off now he's going to be really looking for someone to exploit. Thank you, Karina Star, Sprinkle Sprinkle. But he's going to try to, every time he's going to try to find someone with lower self-esteem than the next so that he can still feel masculine while using her. Because this starts to take a toll on the Dusties when they have to level down each time. And so they choose women with lower and lower self-esteem so they can actually tell them what to do, tell them what they ain't going to do, and still get the same treatment. Because basically you just lucky to be with anybody. Mm-hmm. And so then they start feeling bad about themselves because they stuck with a gremlin who will do anything for them. And they start to see, is this where my life gone? I have a pet gremlin now. They got a pet gremlin who will do anything for them. And then this is when Dusties start to come to my channel. Okay, this is when they come find me. They come find me when they're tired of having a pet gremlin who will do anything for them. They find me, they be getting mad at first, but then they start listening. Hey, wait a minute. I'm tired of my pet gremlin. I can't even take her out in the daylight. How do I get an attractive woman who respects me, who I can impress? Because I can't go back to living off of her and lying and being with somebody I'm not even really want to be with. So how do I get the type of woman I really want? What do I got to do? What are they looking for? What are some new lies I can tell? But see, even though they're planning to play games, they're still learning how to become better than they were. They still are learning to become better than they were, so they don't have to end up with a pet gremlin again. And they, it might take them a little while, but they'll eventually do it. Mm-hmm. That's what I call them pick-meishas that allow Dusty, Musty, Crusties to abuse them and still be paying them bills. Pet gremlins. So when they tired of them pet gremlins, they start to try to change their lives. They might even start leveling up themselves. Yeah, but see, the first time many people see my channel, they don't like it. But that's not because the truth ain't popular. And it hurt, but it will snatch you out of your denial, which is where many people live for the longest until they realize it's all fake. It's not true. I was living a fantasy. I've been reading the romance novels and I thought it was real. Okay. Yeah, the truth helps you grow. And then you learn how to create the life that you want or treat yourself how you want to be treated. So, how funny in the comments. So, if you're a sponsor of the Dusty and you feeling like a pet gremlin right about now, you can always level up. And by you letting that Dusty go and leveling yourself up, you're also helping him become a better man in the long run, down the line, because you are no longer, helping him stay at that level. Thank you, Karina Star Sprinkle Sprinkle. Go on, Advent Gremlins. Go on, AB them Gremlins. So you don't have to feel guilty because you're actually helping them rise up to the next level. That's how you have to look at it. Why does it seem like the older men nowadays are buying into Dusty dynamics? Because pygmishas are abundant. And also, it also depends on, are these men online or are they face-to-face with you? Because people are totally different face-to-face versus online. Somebody will be online talking that trash, but stumbling and trying to pull out that wallet out and about. Okay. Nothing a guy who really wants you will approach you. Guys are never shy to approach. Remember that. That's true. Hi, but I know about. Okay. So another reason why so many women attract Dusties or are in Dusty relationships or stay with Dusties is because they don't want to put all that energy and effort that they're putting into that Dusty into themselves. If women who take care of Dusties put all that energy and extra money into themselves, they would never have to date a Dusty ever again in life, period. Because I already know a lot of women who are walking around with them bonnets on got a Dusty somewhere. Okay? And you can tell. You could tell that's all they can pull, period. That's all she can pull is a Dusty. And she knows it, and she dresses as that, and she's comfortable with that. So I don't know why she'd be complaining. You see? So when you become comfortable with yourself and you're not as leveled up as you should be, when you become comfortable with taking care of a Dusty, when you become comfortable forgiving a Dusty, when you become comfortable seeing yourself in the future with that Dusty and starting to make mental sacrifices that you're going to have to sacrifice in order to keep this Dusty around, because now you got a pet dust bunny. You got a pet gremlin. He got a pet gremlin, and you got a pet dust bunny. Okay. And so you're making mental sacrifices saying, well, since he'll never be anything and I'll probably have to take care of him forever, I probably can never start that business that I was planning on starting. I'll probably never be able to go on those vacations I wanted to go on. I'll probably never be, but I'll have some love. I'll have him next to me in my bonnet. That's not true, because he's going to be next to the next one in the bonnet as soon as you do something he don't like or he tired of you. So when you accept the worst, people can tell. People can go out and look at people and just people watch and know who accepts the worst and the least and who only accepts the best by how they take care of themselves. So that's number one to stop attracting Dusties. Definitely take care of yourself. You wondering why, you attracted the Dusty in the first place? Were you wearing your emotions on your sleeve? Were you believing things and never getting whatever they were talking about done? Did you make them follow through on their word? So, right. Nadia looks. Please stop allowing your girls on camera with unkept hair. They can get on camera however they want, baby. They're children. Please stop worrying about my children. Okay? They are children, darling. Worry about your man and why he ain't paying the bills. If you have a man. Because my children have more money in their bank accounts than y'all will, well, she will ever see. All right, baby. My babies can get their hair did in Paris if they wanted to. Period. Okay, at least they ain't walking around with a bonnet, though. That would even be worse. What kind of comment? Girl, y'all know that's a troll. That's one of the top trolls from Chapstick Alley. I named, y'all, don't forget to get Chapstick Alley lip gloss, you guys. I named it after those Chapstick Alley trolls. It's the clear one because y'all know they only wear clear gloss and mascara from the Dollar Tree. Okay. But this is not Dollar Tree mascara. It's actually a really good quality, and also it has a little slight shimmer to it, like a little shimmer. So it's definitely not your Chapstick Alley type gloss, but I just named it after them as a form of trolling them because it's just so opposite of them. Y'all go get y'all Chapstick Alley, girl. It's so cute, right? Right. In order for their hair to grow, you have to leave it alone. Exactly. Sasha hair gonna be long. Y'all, Sasha hair already long. Layla's hair is growing out too. Just let them be children. Stop trying to. What does it matter if their hair is unkept? If they're not out here grown looking for no man. They're out here playing and having fun as kids, doing TikToks, dances and stuff. Leave them alone. Go look at all them kids on TikTok. All their hair messed up. All right. All them kids are disheveled on TikTok. Go ahead. She probably ain't got enough memory in her phone to download TikTok. Girl, you need to go level up from the smartphone, baby. You level up from Smart Talk. I mean, you might can get TikTok. Okay. Okay. Y'all know that's that troll. I even know who she is. She didn't got a consultation from me before, and she's crazy. But I ain't gonna tell her story. Because I just say collect your check and be happy, girl. Collect your crazy check and be happy. Thank you, Cherry B. Sprinkle Sprinkle. I wonder if the Dusty Pick-Me relationship is a dirty trick evolution has played on women to get humans attached, since the only goal in nature is to reproduce. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Well, there's different. Yeah, in nature it's reproduction, but that's for animals. You are a higher mind. So if you're saying that Dusties and Pygmalions are more like animals than evolved humans who make rational decisions based on priorities, you're saying that you're more animal minded, which is exactly why I always say, why are y'all always talking about sex and thinking about sex and lusting after these dusty dudes? Okay. So if you really want to evolve mentally, then you will be able to see things in a different way and make better decisions based on your higher mind, not your lower self, but your higher self. You'll see when you lay down with a dusty 5 years should fast forward in your mind, and you should see exactly where you're going to be in 5 years if you continue to lay down with that Dusty. And if it ain't nowhere up good, you need to get up before you even finish doing what you was about to do. Period. Just like those movies, Final Destination, you know, and they have that premonition and they see the plane crash and they hurry up and run off the plane. That's what you need to be doing with that Dusty. Okay? This ain't your final destination. This shouldn't even be a destination. Get up. Do that next time you find yourself in a predicament with a Dusty. Fast forward your life 5 years and see where you at with that dust. You'll get right up and run. It'll be a horror story and you can get out. Okay? A Dusty is a broke dude, a screw-up for the old people. Remember that song? Don't want no scrubs. It's basically a scrub. A broke dude. Someone who lies to you to get what they want out of you because you're desperate to have a man. Okay? Uh-huh. Who's talking about Beyonce? Beyonce ain't pick Misha down the street though. I told y'all stop comparing yourselves or other people to celebrities. They do stuff for a whole nother reason above y'all head. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all head, not all of you. Not all of you. But some of y'all. You said, let's just say there's a whole other type of situation that most people aren't aware of as to why celebrities do certain things. And we'll just leave it at that. Okay. I'm sorry, ladies, but dusty women attract dusty men. Here comes Joe. Joe said, dusty women attract dusty men. Well, I can't even disagree with him there. For once, Joe, you said something that's true. Okay. You are what you attract. Ooh. And, you know, it's not a lot of women's fault that they don't understand that they are attracting the dusty because they are not leveled up. No one may have taught them how to. So that's why I do what I do. Tosh the Great One, sprinkle, sprinkle, so true. I prayed and asked myself, do I want to live like that for the rest of my life? And I finally broke camp. Good for you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle, because some people will lay there in denial and wake up 75 years old next to an old broke dusty and then got to take care of the dusty. Literally. Changing his adult diaper and all that kind of stuff. And it ain't even got a ring yet. Can you imagine that? Some of y'all will stay with a dusty so long and they will never marry you or propose to you, but you're going to be changing their adult diaper and can't even pick a casket out for them because you ain't got no marriage license. So you have no rights when they die. You ain't even going to be called a widow. Okay. It's not like he going to have nothing to leave you anyway. So you probably go into debt. So fast forward 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and you will get up quick and never deal with a dusty again. You probably start breaking out in hives when you see one near. Okay. Mm-hmm. You getting a car from an ideal sugar daddy? Good for you, girl. Mm-hmm. Is getting a car for me offered trips? What? Is getting a car for me and offered trips? Okay, getting or how to play this hard half second date on girl. If he already promised you all of those things, I would not act like he has promised me a thing at all. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Until you see those things in front of you and you have access to them, do not treat him as if he has said anything of the sort. Okay? Words are not actions. Period. When y'all at the car dealership signing papers, then you can start rubbing on that leg. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because I can tell people anything too. It don't mean it's gonna happen. I'm just saying. Words ain't actions. But they do get reactions from over-emotional people who overreact. Calm down and tell them meet you at the dealership. Thank you, Philip P. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know this isn't the right channel. I just started. Idiots got to alchemy. Said excited about this journey. Thanks for sharing. Oh, thank you, Philip P. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's okay. You have some little sprinkle, sprinkle, and I'm glad you like it. Appreciate that. Congrats. Okay. Are you over here listening to my Dusty, Crusty, and Musty and Lusty? But it's true, and I blame it on these romance novels. I blame it on this. I blame it on authors who paint stories and then women who absorb this. And I got this for research purposes as well. And seeing what kind of okie doke these women fall for, and how they think, and with the fantasies that are being painted, and why people go into these dusty relationships so blindly because they've been reading this and watching Hallmark and stuff. She was so happy after all, happier than Nathan than she'd ever been before. So she's happier now with a man than she's ever been in her whole life. That means she was never happy on her own, which means she's a pick-me-sha and she's seeking validation and she is codependent. Okay. She couldn't imagine herself being without him. Then that's problem number one. You see, they kind of set you up for that. I'm supposed to feel this way when I find the one. That I can't live without them. That I've been the happiest that I've ever been before in my life. And see, the book always have a good ending. So you think you're going to have a good ending, but your ending is terrible because this is a setup. Women write books to sell to other women. It's under a fiction for a reason. Fiction. You want to read a real story? Y'all want to see the real there? Okay. Go ahead and get this book and see how it ends, or see what the relationships do. Okay. This is fiction. This is a memoir. When these two read the same, pick-me-sha will disappear. Okay? Yes. Okay. If not, someone should write one. Ha ha ha. You blame feminism. Okay. Oh, that book's so good though, the Mariah Carey book. Her life is a memoir. All the stuff that she never talked about before, she's talking about now. I like, because I'm not that far into it. I think I like how it's written, because on page 37, I like how it's written because it's like learning her lessons along the way, understanding people and why certain things happened, and seeing her mistakes as well as her growth. So it's kind of like looking back at her life and seeing what she did right and what she did wrong, and why she chose certain things based on her childhood, and and why she chose to do certain things. So it's kind of like analyzing her entire life, but also telling you the story, as well as seeing her growth, and how it doesn't have to be perfect, or it doesn't have to be a certain way because people say it should or something like that. But basically, it's a good book to kind of understand that these fictional books aren't real, and people need to stop living like they are. Like half the women in here are still looking for this, what I call happily ever after. Okay, because that's how they end stuff. Oh, and they lived happily ever after until the prince met a side chick, and on and on and on. They don't tell you that. They just let you use your imagination. They must have died the same day if they lived happily ever after. Okay. Okay. Shira or the queen met somebody else. What? What would you suggest for someone having BB daddy a dusty? What? Baby daddy a dusty with real strange lifestyle, living in another country though? How to avoid the interactions on social media? A real strange lifestyle? Girl, what you doing? Now I'm curious. Just give me a hint or something so I can laugh. What are you doing over there? A real strange lifestyle. That sounds interesting. Come on. I think I want. Oh, come on! I need to know what they're doing. Okay, well, I'll wait for the reveal. You don't want to say. Okay, well, you don't want to say. BDSM and stuff like that. Oh, girl. I would start making memes with them and just posting them up all over Facebook for fun. When you can't pay your child support because you bought a leather mask. What? See, you and me are different. I'll be making memes with them pictures. What you doing? It's girl, tag his mama in it. Mama got Facebook. Tag his sister, his brother. They'll tag his mama. So this is what your son is spending money on instead of sending child support to his kids. Can you have a talk with him? Maybe you can buy him some leather for Christmas so he don't have to spend all his money and he can send a child something. Y'all don't know me. I'm crazy. I'll do it. I'll tag his mama in it. Better yet, make some Christmas cards and send them out to his whole family. Because, you know, some mamas ain't online. You feel like love is a theatrical showcase? It is. It's a performance to get what you want. That's all it is. But unconditional true love is something that you would give freely and never expect anything back in return, except for just gratitude. Okay? You don't even expect the reciprocation of love, because that's the true love, like from children. See, most people don't really love, they just lust or just want to be validated. So all that chasing after love is just chasing after lust and validation. There's no love. People just call it that because it sounds good. I will only marry for love. You're right. You ain't married for love. You married for lust and validation, baby. Look at me. Say something to me. Hold me. Say that you love me. I want to feel loved. I want to have it all. It's not about that other person. It's about you. Love me. It's about me. Me. That ain't love. So you just want someone to love you so you can love them. While broke. Because validation is your payment. Even though it's not worth very much. But you feed off of it until it runs out. Because it will run out. They will stop validating you at a certain point. And then that's when you become lonely and depressed and want to leave and wish you had married for some money. And meanwhile, the chick that married for some money is shopping somewhere, counting her coin. Thank you, Tay Boogie Sprinkle. Is it better to make them think you just like them or play cool like you don't? Guys asking if you missed it. Girl, lie. Do what Dusty would do. Lie. Tell them what they need to hear. Yes. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle. Yes, I missed you so much. You didn't say it first. He asked you. He had to ask you for the validation. But you don't need to say it on your own unless you're trying to get some money. See, it's different when they ask you. That means, look, I'm seeking validation from you. Please give it to me. This is my form of payment. See, when you expect, well, he doesn't do this anymore. He doesn't do that anymore. And he doesn't show me attention anymore. He won't take me out because he ain't validating you no more. Now you wish he had some money. Okay. So, when you start taking validation as a form of payment, remember where it's coming from and where it can stop at any time. But remember the other thing, like, money, you got to keep earning that in order to live and survive and have shelter. So that's going to keep coming in. So that's what you need to be focused on. You can get validation anytime, anywhere, if that's what you're truly wanting. But somebody that is going to be a provider and do what's necessary to provide for our family, it's not as easy to come by. So it's more rare. So you're taking validation over provision. You're risking your children's life for personal validation when they could have provisions. So you're being selfish and you are seeking that validation and don't even care if your kids have provision. Okay? So when people think that they're right, they're really just wrong. And that's how backwards people are thinking these days. Y'all been tricked. Okay, so it ain't even love, it's just validation. That's why they call it Valentine's Day, because I'm gonna give you your validation on Valentine's Day, and that's it. That's the only day you're gonna get it. I'm gonna give you some candy, some little cheap flowers, and so you can feel love for the rest of the year, because I ain't finna validate you 365, period. And just one. Maybe on your birthday, Christmas. Thank you, AM Sprinkle Sprinkle. How do I reverse an impression and change the way people view me? How do I go from ghetto to classy personality? Totally change. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle Sprinkle. You have to work on it. You have to stop doing whatever is ghetto and replace it with something classy and bougie. Take whatever you have that's ghetto, give it away, and replace it with something classy and bougie. If you still wearing sneakers and you ain't in the gym, sell them. Okay. If you're wearing certain clothing, get rid of them and replace them with something classy, and do not repurchase. Stop hanging around ghetto people. Stop hanging around people that inspire you to be more ghetto, and start hanging around classy people so that you have to blend in and fit in with them. Okay? Or go to classy places where you have to act classy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to be uncomfortable until you are comfortable in the lifestyle that you want to be in. So let's just say, you remember the movie Baps, how they was all ghetto? And as the movie went on, they kind of got classier towards the end, and they took them gold teeth out, etc., etc. It's because they were introduced to a different lifestyle and they saw their potential. And so they replaced the ghetto-ness with the classiness. So that's a good movie to watch. And it wasn't until they leveled up and, started doing something for themselves that their dusty men leveled up too. Y'all remember the dusty men with the gold teeth and the perm? They flew out to go get their chicks back. And they started a business. You see? So that's a really good movie to watch if y'all are looking for some dusty inspiration. Men watch it too. I mean, it's more of a female movie, but y'all see who got the women. Y'all see who got two women at the same time? Halle Berry, that old man in that mansion. And they were acting the whole time. And when their boyfriend saw them leveling up, living in Beverly Hills with this old dude, they came and got them back and leveled themselves up so that they could be worthy of them. Because people only treat you like you treat yourself. If my kids were boys, would you still give them money? My kids earn money. I don't just give it to them. I mean, if they need something like for school or, whatever, the basic stuff, I'll buy that. But if they want something extra, they got to earn that. We make it deals. I live in a ghetto, government projects, and he wants to meet my family at their home. Help me. What do I do? Such. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Tell them the truth. I don't feel comfortable because my family is very poor. You can get more money if you say that. Oh, I don't care. Da 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 da. Well, I care, and my mom doesn't really have anything nice to wear, and if I did invite you over, I would definitely have to buy some new furniture, and so that they can feel proud. Oh, I understand. Here's some money. Go do that. Sometimes it can work in your favor if you work it right. They will treat you different, but you can still ghost them after you get that money. Or say they took ill. Oh, my parents are sick, but thank you so much. They really love the furniture. Here's a video. Here's video of them receiving the furniture. They really liked it. I'm sure if they meet you soon or when they ever get well, they'll be so thrilled to meet you. But they have to stay quarantined. They might have the Rona. All right. See, get out of it like that. But get that money first, girl. Grown women liking the projects with her parents, looking for a rich sugar daddy. Yeah, sounds like a good movie. That was a movie, Arthur. I remember that movie, Arthur. They remade it. It was an old 80s movie, but they remade it with that dude. I forgot his name. I watched a video. You said you helped James hide money there. Like I would tell y'all that online. I watched Rosie, baby. Y'all need some. Even if I did say that, I would never say anything of the sort online. You got to use common sense sometimes, baby. Sprinkle. Y'all are doing astrology stuff on here. Boo. Okay, well. I love money. You say you certainly know a lot about the woman you're trying to bash. Of course they do. Shoot. Maybe you're trying to get to know me, and I'm not trying to get to know them. Hi, Shira. I'm 47 and 64, and a 64-year-old married man is into me after some gifts and paying for some renovations at my home. He goes slow, starting to level up. Should I keep him or let him go? Don't ever burn any bridges that haven't burnt themselves. Okay? And this is another form of seeking validation. Y'all have to keep remembering this. Whenever y'all ask, should you keep him or let him go? If he's still giving you money at some point, he's going to give you money at another point. Seeking the validation of him doing more or what you want him to do is getting you to the emotional point of asking another person whether you should let them go or not, because you are in denial as to what you expect from them. You know what I'm saying? If that relationship dynamic is not how you set it up by your standards, it's only going to get worse because you didn't open your mouth and speak up in the beginning. So this is just a lesson to understand that you have to set your standards early on and don't bend them. Thank you, Naira. Sprinkle. So he'll come back around, but if you burn the bridge, how can he? You should have another one to fill in the blank space, to fill in the gaps in between. Like he ain't consistent. Where's the other one? You said I'm an Aquarius, not Pisces by sidereal astrology. Oh, I always thought I was a Pisces by all astrology. What's sidereal astrology? I don't even know what that is. What do you think of astrology? I think people that base their lives on it too much will miss out on a lot. Because, see, it's not about... Astrology is another way of not taking responsibility or control over your own situation. It's So I feel that it's fun. It's entertaining. It can tell you about yourself a little bit, but you should not base your love life on it. Unless you're trying to live an astrologically compatible life with someone who may not even be a great representative of their astrological sign. Like me, I'm a Pisces. Do you think I am a great representative of a Pisces? If someone were to say, oh, well, I think I like her because she's Pisces, because Pisces are highly emotional and this and that. When I've mastered that aspect of myself, I'm not going to be a typical Pisces, because there's always the negative traits and the positive traits. But if you master the negative traits, they disappear. And then you're just all the positive traits. And when you conquer a negative trait and you become a master of it, you become a master manipulator of it as well, because you can go back and forth, in and out, because you've been it before. So it's almost as if you're not going to get the same sign. Mm-hmm. Everyone has their own natal chart. I don't think it, like, honestly, if you think about it, if you're going to base stuff on astrology, at least base it on how to get money. Okay? That way, at least you have not been working in vain. We're trying to figure it out. Okay? Who am I voting for? Myself, baby. I'm voting for myself. I preside over my own life, decisions, finance, and so I'm gonna be all right. Okay, I don't need to put anybody in a White House that's not gonna do nothing for me, baby. I don't qualify for the stimulus. Thank you, Jade Sprinkle Sprinkle. Why would someone self-sabotage? Because they're afraid of success, and they're afraid of having to keep it up and deal with certain things. And you're afraid to get hurt because they know they're going to turn into pygmisha, because they don't trust themselves, because they're not disciplined enough to keep standards. That's why they self-sabotage. Because deep down inside you, women are still pygmisha, and y'all haven't really changed. And so you keep everybody at a distance in order to protect yourself, because you'll mess up again if you don't. And so until you master that part of yourself, you will self-sabotage yourself. So instead of self-sabotaging yourself, work on yourself. Work on keeping your standards. Work on seeing things different, from a different perspective, instead of pushing people away because you're going to be weak. Strengthen yourself instead. It's just like you on a diet. You ain't finna go walk through a store full of dessert. You're like, oh, I can't walk through there. You'll self-sabotage the destination. Well, you know what? I'm tired. I need to get some stuff from the store. Let's go there instead. So you'll self-sabotage the trip so you can avoid it, until you're strong enough to walk through, and now you want it. Just like, Pookie had to stay out of the crack house until he got clean. Okay, anyway. How much interest should you show early on? If there's not an amount, it's like if you can't tell from the exchange of conversation and stuff like that, you need to learn how to read people better. You know, you need to act as if, yes, you're interested in this person, but you're not a pygmy. Yes, you're interested in this person. Is this person interested in you? You give whatever they're giving you, but just slightly less because you're supposed to be the prize. So whatever they're giving you, you dial yours back slightly less. Okay? You're welcome, because they're always supposed to like you a bit more, a lot more. Mm-hmm. You said you got involved with an addict never again? Ooh, child, why? A lot of women think that they can help someone and save them, but they end up holding themselves hostage instead. Mm-hmm. Don't ever, and here's my word of advice, ladies, don't ever go in thinking you can help, save, or change someone. Do you know there are whole institutions, facilities, and businesses that get paid billions of dollars to do this while you sign up to do it for free, that end up costing you your life, your health, your sanity, and you sitting up there volunteering to do it? Girl, why? Oh, I can help him. He's a better person around me. He can change. Girl, that's what rehab is for. All right. Um, you like two married rich men? Help me, y'all. Do they not like you? Do they like you? Are they trying to give you some money? That's the question. If they love me, well, then get both of their money. What you doing? They gonna give it to somebody. Might as well be you. You get out of line, somebody else gonna step in line and get that money. You got 2 promotions. Good for you. Good for you. Congrats. So, if you make a promise to yourself and a pact to yourself that you will only date men who are providers, who like you more, and that you can see a future with, your entire life will change. If you can't stick to these 3 standards, something wrong with you. Okay? If you cannot stick to 3 things, something is wrong with you and you seek validation and payment in form of validation. 3 things. 3 things. Provider, I could see a future with them, and they like me more than I like them. 3 simple things. That's it. That's all it takes. But you have people out here looking for validation from a dusty, crusty, musty instead. Mm-hmm. Who does that to themselves? You got a Dusty calling you now, girl. Answer and ask them for some money. That's how you get rid of them. There is not a huge lack of provider men. There's a huge lack of attracting provider men. They got money. They just ain't spending it on women who don't feel they deserve it. And I'll say that again. Men aren't just advertising that they're providers anymore. They are only going to choose select women to give that information to. They're not going to tell Pick Misha they're a provider because they don't want Pick Misha asking for money. They'll tell the level up chick, but not Pick Misha, because Pick Misha's free. She don't even need to know you're a provider. So they're not giving out information because they don't know who you are. But they don't know who you are. They're not going to volunteer that information. Because so many women have found out the hard way that they've gone 50-50 with a man or paid for somebody. And then after they got dropped, the dude turned around and was paying somebody else's bills. So it's not that they're not providing. They're just not going to provide for you. So if you're having a hard time seeing providers, it's because they're having a hard time seeing someone to be provided for. Yeah. Unappreciative people, too independent, and they can't even impress you. They're not going to sign up to provide for you because you won't even appreciate it. They're not going to sign up to provide for you if they already know that you're not going to accept it. So also be aware of what you're saying. Some people talk without thinking and they blab too much and they don't even realize what they're telling men. Men read between lines too, you know. When you sit there and talk about your career and your job and how focused you are, all they're hearing is, I can't impress this woman. She climbing the corporate ladder. Let me go find somebody else who want to be with me and be at home and, you know, A, B, C, and D. I don't want another coworker. So a lot of men are saying that in their mind. When you start talking about all your past relationships, they start saying, oh my gosh, no. When you start talking about all your childhood trauma, and this and that, they know you got baggage, and you're going to be a waste of time because you ain't even right within. You still suffer. You still living in your past. So how are y'all going to have a future? So that's out of the picture. A lot of y'all mess yourselves up when you open your mouth. And so if he was going to provide, he's definitely not going to provide now. And in order to get rid of you, he's going to ask you to pay half that bill because he don't want you no more. And the best way to get rid of him is that what? Ask him to pay for something. I ask him for some money. Dusty's, this is not what Dusty's do. Dusty's will get you to pay the whole thing. Okay. And when you reach to pay for half of that bill, they already know you don't value yourself. They're like, okay, definitely don't want to no more. She won't even put up a fight. She won't even give me a dirty look. Okay. What eyeshadow do I have on? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Shameless plug time, y'all. Hey. I am wearing Level Up Cosmetics Cherries Cream and Cake. And yeah, this is the one I actually use, so it's kind of dirty. But it does come with a sleeve. And I'll show you guys. brand new. This is what it looks like brand new. A little shield. Ta-da! And this is a primer down here. Eye primer. It's perfect for fall and winter. And very, very opaque. I just have a very light sprinkling on because I didn't want to do a lot of makeup today. And you can use my discount code LevelUp5, all one word, to save money. Link for Level Up Cosmetics is below, or you can visit levelupcosmetics.us. Sprinkle, sprinkle, thank you, girl. You got that palette, girl? You like it? High quality? You love yours? Girl, I love mine too. I'm using this like all the time. It's my favorite palette thus far. Oh shoot. Make it too much noise. What about my lashes? Yes, these are Level Up Cosmetics lashes too. They're magnetic lashes. I actually put them on my video I did before this in the wig. This is how they come packaged. It says Level Up Cosmetics, and it comes in this, and they're magnetic lashes. It comes with a little magnetic liner, and yeah, get them. I have blush, lipstick, lip glosses, eyeshadow, highlighter, powder, eyebrow pencil, brushes. Girl, y'all get these brushes. It's Level Up Cosmetics on them. And they're baby pink with rose gold finish. Hardware. Thank you, Jazz Believes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Very positive and he's very possessive and clingy. Good providers, though. How to take advantage of that. You have to become the same way. You got to fight fire with fire. You got to make him want to break, girl. You got to make him want to do something else. Start following him around everywhere. See how he like it. Yeah. Or start trying to go places that he don't like and see if he still try to follow you. Tell him you got to do stuff he don't want to do. Oh, you want to go to the gynecologist with me? You want to go visit my mom? You want to go get a colonoscopy together? We can hold hands. No, a colon cleanse, not a colonoscopy. You want to go get a colon cleanse together? Colonoscopy? I don't know what they call it. Whatever they call it. Thank you. A colonic, yeah. Let's go get a colonic together. It's good for us. Oh, I'm vegan now. Let's go eat at a vegan restaurant. Oh, I'm only doing organic. Girl, he gonna be gone so quick. Like, oh, you go by yourself. Get super healthy and super religious, girl. Like, I'm going to church. Do you want to go to church with me? The church at the mall. So just start doing stuff you know he ain't gonna want to do, but ask him to go anyway. No, you go by yourself. I'll pray for you while I'm there. And then, like, while you're out and about, find some, like, photos online of a church, like you sitting in the audience. This is my pastor. And send it to him. That's my pastor. You should come. No, you have a good time. You have a good time. Do you always wait for the man to reach out? If I know my value and I want him to know my value, yes, I do. Mm-hmm. Brandon Pryor, sprinkle, sprinkle. Your hair is amazing. Is that a wig or a sew-in? These are clip-ins. This is my hair. This is my real hair. And then I have clip-in extensions as well. See, there is layered throughout, so it kind of blends in. Yeah, clip in. And then I crimped it, but it kind of laid like, it's not as crimped, but it's like a wavy crimp. Thank you. Appreciate it, sprinkle, sprinkle. I made vegan stir fry and I put teriyaki sauce on it. Need some vegan recipes? Any suggestions? There's like so many vegan cookbooks that you can get. Or, I mean, most food is vegan if you just take the meat out. Just like you did. Baked potato. Just put some baked potato, fries. You know, any carb is vegan. I don't know what to tell you. They have meat substitutes if you want to try those. They're pretty good. Mm-hmm. Morning Star. Oh, it's morning over there? I thought you were talking about vegan food, Morning Star. You hate your job. You have to wake up early. I'm sorry. I got to wake up early, too, because I got kids, but I don't have to go to work. Mm-hmm. Tacos. Oh, yeah. Mexican food, if you're vegan, Mexican food is your best friend. You can make tacos. They even have black bean tamales. You can get, you can make veggie burritos, veggie wraps. You know, just do like refried beans, rice, guacamole, lettuce, tomato, jalapenos, hot sauce, salsa, whatever. I order food a lot. So Uberito makes pretty good burritos. All right. Devils are you people. Mm-hmm. So are you saying we fell from heaven? Why, thank you. That's a compliment. If I didn't know any better, I thought you'd be coming on to me. How to stay so unbothered. Flip it around. See it how you want to see it, not how they want you to see it. That's my trick. I see how I want to see, not how you want me to see it. That's how you can control it. Just like I flip stuff. Like, okay, well, you said I'm a devil. You saying I fell from heaven. Thank you. I know. I look like an angel. You must have fell from heaven. You're a devil. Same thing. I take a compliment. It's the same exact compliment. So thank you. You just said it in a different way. How devilish of me. A very rich guy is trying to go out with me, but we both already have girlfriend and boyfriend. Would you go out with him if you were me? I mean, you didn't say husband, so go baby. You single till you married. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I didn't hear a fiance. I didn't hear no ring. I didn't hear that. Is he that boyfriend paying your bills? Go girl. Have fun. You're already struggling with self-validation. What can I do to flip the switch instantly? I secretly find myself seeking dusty validation. Ask yourself why you seek dusty validation. I'll tell you why. Because you're afraid you can't get it from someone else. You're afraid you can't get attention and approval from a quality man. So instead of seeking quality, you seek quantity. That's why challenge yourself. The challenge should be on now. You should challenge yourself to only attract worthy men. Are you capable of it? Okay? Because anybody can attract a dusty, baby. All they got to do is have a bank account and a car. Period. Period. They don't even have to be a female. They could be everything else. Okay? So when you say you seek validation from a dusty, that's not saying anything. That's how you can instantly flip it, girl. Because if a dusty was broke enough and hungry enough and homeless enough, he might leave that night with a man in the bar. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And you gonna seek his attention the next day when he back up in there again. That's how you can instantly cut it. You wanted to know how you can instantly cut it? Think about that. Okay. Anybody can get validation from a dusty. An old woman, a young woman, an ugly woman, a pretty woman, a gremlin. Okay. Do you think a sugar daddy can turn into a provider husband? Yeah, they sure can. That's why they must like you more. Hungry, homeless, and hopeless. That's right. There is enough dusties for everyone twice. Okay, so you shouldn't seek validation where it's too easily given for free. Thank you. See, I make Pisces look good. Thank you. That's like bragging on you got into community college, girl. I guess what? I got into community college. I'm smart. Girl, they let everybody in. Okay. So seeking validation from a dusty is like bragging on how you got into community college. Just think of it that way. Okay. You said the average man is a dusty. Not the average man is a dusty to women that he don't want to provide for. There's a difference. I'm trying to tell you. If you bring out the dust in a man, you bring out the dust in a man. Sometimes y'all already know. Ask Barbara the Builder. She, a 50-50 chick. And you bring out the 50-50 or the dusty in a man, that's what he gonna expect. As soon as he leave you, he paying somebody else's bills. So it just depends on how you treat yourself. And I'm not saying that for all. There's truly some real dusties out there, but you can see them a mile away. There was no false hope with them. You already knew that you was gonna be taking care of them, and they was broke. And but that one that you thought might have had the potential, who have a decent job, drive a decent car, but ain't trying to do nothing for it, he has the potential to be a provider, but he don't want to be your provider. There's a difference. So I'm just saying, pay attention. Thank you, Evil Kitty. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Pay attention. Now, most men act dusty because they don't want to pay for you. Not you individually, but certain women who they might want to repel instead of attract. So y'all got to realize that. You got to realize that. I mean, isn't that the game that the guys teach online, They're telling y'all now, hey, I'm a provider, but not for you. If you're stupid enough to stay with me, then I know you don't know your value, period. They want you to leave. They just waiting. Thank you, Linda or Lena, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I don't seek validation from men and get boyfriends easy because I don't care if they love me as long as they pay the bills, and I'm codependent with female friends and family. How to fix this? But you're codependent with Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you for the donation, Lena. You have to start being by yourself. That's how you fix it. Start spending time alone, away from them. Not all the time, but like at least start by half the time. Stop hanging around people so much. Learn to be alone. Learn to enjoy your own company. Okay? And that way you won't feel like you need them anymore. Start like just going out by yourself once or twice a week alone. And don't feel like you're alone. Feel like you're there to enjoy your company. Think thoughts. Make plans for your life. Imagine your life in 5 years from now. It's kind of like you're brainstorming about what your future may be and what you think you want, the type of lifestyle you want to have. So just take some you time and just be with yourself so you can have your own thoughts with no one else interfering. And you'll be less dependent on them because you'll start to develop your own ideas and your own thinking and your own plans. Da, da, da. What to do if you fall for what to do if all your relationships with men have been traumatizing? How to move forward? Traumatizing, girl. Get out the trauma unit. You attract trauma, baby. Ask yourself why you're attracting trauma. Do you look like a trauma case? Do you look like you've dealt with trauma before? Do you tell people you've dealt with trauma before? Do people say, oh, she done dealt with trauma before? She should have no problem with me because I'm a traumatizer. Okay? You walking around telling everybody you had trauma. What do you think they're going to do? Well, she can handle it. She done been through a lot. This should be nothing. Okay? And if you're one of those people that tell the story of all your trauma to everybody you get involved with, that's why they keep doing it. Because they know you could take it. And that you will survive. And you're proud of it. You wear it as a badge of honor. You know? So stop doing that. The next man you meet, lie and say that you had the perfect gentleman boyfriend and that they lavished you and did A, B, C, and D, paid all your bills. We'll see what happens. Okay. You've been struggling financially, and my rich boyfriend keeps saying I'm asking for too much and being too demanding. Thank you, Rhea Ree. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's because you're presenting it in the wrong way, darling. To him, you look like a failure, and like you can't keep your stuff together, and it's a turnoff. So what you have to do is bring your damsel in distress story with a fake solution that he does not agree with. Oh, since I've been struggling financially, and I know that you're really not trying to, you saying I'm being too demanding. I decided to get a job, baby. Yes, I'm working as a cocktail waitress at the strip club. I'll be working nights till about 4:00 in the morning. Da, da, da. In the VIP section. Oops. Don't worry, I'll make it through. Have to do what I have to do, baby. And he'll think that you're not really going to be a waitress, but that you're going to just strip. Then he'll be like, oh, well, what club? Oh, I'm sorry. Part of the job is I can't tell you where I work because they don't want you coming up there, but it's very prestigious, very, very, very high class. In fact, it's not really that accessible to the public. It's almost a private invitation type place. And girl just started making stuff up. And in like a high-rise loft downtown. It's like exclusive membership type thing. Girl, he was like, well, how much money did you say you needed? Okay. Because he already know whoever, if he don't know where it is and it's private and exclusive, the man richer than him. Period. I said, this is somebody's house. They rent out whole floors. And, you know, it's the same size. It's like the whole floor. Very exclusive. You don't have to say that, but you can just say, oh, I'm going to go work at a waitress at night. You don't want to take it that extreme. Tell them you got a night job as a waitress. You said you love lying. Mm-hmm. So never tell your traumatic stories to men, ever. Don't even tell them to other people, because they'll start to see you as that. And the more you tell those stories, the more you're programming yourself subconsciously. And you're finding subtle pride in that. And then your subconscious mind will start to seek it out because you're finding subtle pride and validation in that. Okay? So stop doing that. It's better to lie to your subconscious mind than to feed it toxic trauma. You know? Mm-hmm. You can, the same amount of pride that you start to develop for your trauma and your survival of trauma, you can also develop by lying about fake accomplishments. Did you know that? Your brain don't know the difference. Your brain has no idea. Your subconscious mind has no idea the difference between a lie and the truth. Each time you tell that lie, your brain still releases the chemical that finds pride in it because they think it's true. And that's all that you're getting is the validation, the joy, and the pride that comes with them thinking something about you. So you're still getting the validation, but in a positive way. You see, you don't always have to tell the truth in order to get the response that, and the pride, the subtle pride that comes with either survival or, accomplishment. Either way, you're going to get it because they're going to believe it. So even if you have to lie about something to take the place of your trauma stories, it's better than telling the trauma stories because you will stop attracting it. Make it up, girl. Oh yeah, I spent the week in Paris. How was it? I spent the summer in Paris, and I had a really good time. But my last boyfriend, he was from overseas, and we were actually engaged, but I did not want to move or leave or live in another country, so we kind of mutually parted as friends. That sounds better than I was abused and traumatized, and I'm hurting and healed, and I'm fragile, and I keep attracting even. It's better than that, because now, oh wow, you must really be something special. Radio story. During pandemic, guy used Groupon on first date with no warning or discussion with girl. Her shock offended him. Confused. Your take. Thank you, Naria. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's an embarrassment, basically. It's like pulling out a food stamp or a epic, whatever cards those things are called, and paying for something. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. It's an embarrassment. Groupon is still out there in this economy? Girl, I don't know. Your rich ex use coupons all the time. Why do they do that? To save money? Because ain't nobody paying for them. Mm-hmm. I'm embarrassed for women who do that. The only time a man should pull out a Groupon or a coupon is if y'all have been already dating exclusively for a long time, and you probably practically live together, or for, kids and sisters and brothers and family members, but not on a date. That is so bad. Okay. If you can't afford to date, don't date, baby. Save the little pennies. Use a coupon to borrow when you're not on a date and just splurge, okay? Or use it on someone you don't want to see again. How about that? Only pull it out when you done. You done. I'm trying to set it up so I don't have to work anymore. Good. Stay on that. And you'll achieve it if you wake up every morning thinking about ideas on how to achieve that. Eventually you will figure it out and you will get it done. Keep the focus. Mm-hmm. To try something new, sure, but while trying to impress someone and on a date, wow, I know, right, Maya? Mm-hmm. Some people don't realize how offensive that is, but it is. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to help all of you. How dare you? The therapist say let me tell you something, therapist. You trying to help other people? Mm-hmm. Then you gotta live the lifestyle you're preaching. Level up. What kind of therapist are you if you here? If you're a real therapist, all you're doing is taking notes and using my words on your patient. Okay. Do you think it's a different game when you just want to be a sugar baby or a wife that is 100%? What do you mean that is 100%? 100% what? Taken care of? Mm-hmm. You gotta seal the deal. You gotta make it believable. You gotta be the fantasy, baby. You gotta be like, you gotta think he died and gone to heaven. Okay, you gotta lay it on thick without falling for them. You guys saying you too much and keep saying it's okay, someone else will want me. I think I might get dropped for saying that. Oops. Well, at least you have the confidence. He might not drop you because of that. Mm-hmm. The therapist is disappointed in all of us. Well, good, as you should be. We don't seek your approval, darling. It's not mind tactics. That's just him whining. Right. I think it's like, do you know how like it's a challenge for some women to get a man to do things for them? When you are mentally leveled up, it's a challenge mentally as well, like to get them to do stuff because your mental game is so good. Okay. And when y'all can get on that level, the game becomes fun. After that, it becomes very fun because it's like, oh, okay. And I bet I can get him to do this. I bet I can get him to do that by saying this and this and that. You can like figure it out, and it's fun because when it starts to work, it's like I'm so good at what I do. I almost feel sorry for them, like the evil villain. I almost feel sorry for them. Mm-hmm. You struggle with weight loss. Any tips? Yes. 1,200 calories a day, then stop eating. Period. It don't even matter what you eat. Don't go over 1,200. There's nothing to struggle with right there. If you're hungry, drink water, eat celery or, an apple, and that's it. Of course, water. You're a cold Pisces, help. See, stop depending on your Pisces stuff. Just act. A cold Pisces who's an actress don't come off as cold when she acting on film. Act. Act, act, act. That's why I don't depend on astrology, because that has nothing to do with acting. Okay? Y'all need to stop with all that astrology stuff and just start acting. Okay? I'm a this, I'm a Pisces this, I'm a Venus this, I'm a whatever. I'm a good actress and I'm going to get what I want because I can set the plot and the plot twist. Period. How do you convince a friend to not care as much? She gets so hung up on guys. Why do you care? Focus on yourself, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You on your own path. Your friend is on her path. Focus on you. Lead by example. Okay? Lead by example. Stop trying to help everybody. You can't save everybody. Stop trying to help everybody. Send her my video anonymously. That's how you can help her. Find a video that's appropriate for her situation and send it anonymously. But not this one because she'll know we're talking about her. Okay. You said send it from a Google Voice number. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure. How do you react if you get caught in a lie? And have a lie. First of all, when you lie, you already have to have a lie to cover that lie when you start to lie. So you have to plan it in advance. Cause and effect. The law of cause and effect. if you lie, you know you might get caught. So you already need to have the effect in place, or the lie to cover the lie in place before you even tell the first lie. Okay? Think ahead. Whatever lie come out your mouth, you need a backup lie with it. It needs to come in pairs. This my lie. If I get caught, here go my other lie. And why you made that lie? Work on the next lie until you create the truth subtly. Like Michael Jackson said, because a lie becomes the truth. Hey, hey, hey. Make lie until the lie becomes the truth. Okay. You can take baby steps until that lie starts becoming more truth. Until the truth that you tell has nothing to do with the lie you told. Basically, you change the whole subject. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think if I should try to date my boss or move to a nicer area. Are you still gonna have the same job? Or are you gonna switch jobs? Because you could do both. If you don't have to move, flip the script. That's right. You got to think ahead, baby. You got to think 3 steps ahead. Remember, I'm 3 steps removed. I know how to move. Jay-Z. Who gonna stop me now? I got 3 passports. I ain't never going to jail. We digging tunnels up under you. You got to have backup plans and backup plans for the backup plans. Plans B, C, D, B1, B2, B3. That's why I always tell y'all, get y'all a notebook. Get y'all a notebook. Write it out. Plan it out. Execute it. Thank you, Guyana Sprinkle Sprinkle. How can I schedule a private consultation, please? Thank you, girl Sprinkle Sprinkle. I am booked up for 2 weeks, actually. But if you write me on my Etsy store, Dark Realm, Ashira Star Goddess, hit me up in there, and we can make the arrangements. Yes. Thank you for the donation, Sprinkle Sprinkle. It might also be listed in my About section on YouTube. You said most strip clubs, cocktail restaurant, private member clubs are closed today. I work there. Well, they don't know that. They don't work there, so how could they know? And if it's private, how would they find it? You could still lie. It doesn't mean it has to be true. You know, he don't know. If it's private, it could still be privately open. Mm-hmm. When do you believe it is appropriate to request money from men requesting to get to know me and take me on dates? Well, it depends on the man, because if you are not choosing the correct target, no time may ever be appropriate. So they need to be offering it to you. That's how you know. When they say, if there's anything I can ever do for you, don't hesitate to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. I'm here. I can do it. If there's anything you need, that's your invitation right there. If they just think you're dating for fun and you're on a regular date and they're not offering you anything, they don't feel like you're the type of woman that they have to offer anything to. So you have to make sure that you're choosing people that are going to already offer it up front. Choose the correct target. You know, older. How do you not have eye bags? It's late. Girl, I don't have eye bags. It's not in my DNA. And I drink a lot of water. Y'all always see me drinking water. And also, it's genetic. Okay? Sometimes stuff just genetic, baby. How can you can't just ask me? Yeah, you can't just ask them stuff. It is genetic. Yeah, and some people genetically have bags. That's just the truth. And they look for surgery or good cosmetics. Mm-hmm. Do I use any home remedy mask? No, I just wash, exfoliate, and moisturize. Um, and drink a lot of water. I've been using a turmeric and like a mask made out of the turmeric stuff. A turmeric. I've been using that maybe once a week. But that's it. Mm-hmm. Your boss said you'd like to be generous. You live in a crappy area. I have 2 small businesses along with this job. I can't. I can quit and move, but I don't know if this. Girl, what about? Have you ever thought about the damsel in distress story? You got to be an actress these days to get your money. If I lived in a bad area and I knew my boss liked me, I would fake a fake attempted robbery and go in there crying in his office, talking about I almost didn't come to work this morning because I was almost robbed at gunpoint. I live in a really bad area and I just really want to move, but I can't afford it right now. Do you mind if I just take a few hours to get myself back together? Where do you live? Da, da, da. Maybe we can help you. Maybe. I just really want to move. I don't feel safe anymore. They know where I live. Da da da. Girl, he gonna try to find you an apartment right there and there. You gonna be on his computer typing like Kermit on that meme. Let me find you somewhere. What area code? What zip code you want? I know a good one. Put mine in. We got some apartments over there. Yeah, it's a good area. Okay, that's all you gotta do. Go in crying and make up a lie. Write it down first. So some of y'all bad on the spot. I'm good on the spot, y'all. Y'all gotta write stuff down. It has to make sense and it have to go together. Okay, and when you describe the crime, it has to be true. It has to sound true. It can't be all messed up and weird sounding. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Do it the day after you get paid, so you can say that he took your money and your wallet and your ATM or whatever, your card. That's what you gotta do. And it is a man's nature to want to protect a woman and help her in such a situation. So he will be on his computer finding solutions for you, and he will then start to develop emotional attachment to you because now he is concerned about your safety. And his natural male instinct will kick in to protect you. And if protection means provision, he will assist you with that money, baby. You got to play into their natural masculine instincts. You can't be making up stuff that don't sound good, don't sound right, making decisions based on things that aren't going to get you money. That's what I would do. If I'm moving, I'll try to figure out how to get him or the company to pay for my move to a better place. Your friend told me her boss was paying some loans off, some debt off. That's good. See, that's all you got to do. Men will look, but men of means don't want a ratchet looking woman. That's true. They'll sleep with a ratchet. They'll look at a ratchet. They'll take a ratchet through the drive-through, but they ain't finna marry unless they dusted themselves. And ratchet got good credit. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. How to manifest a provider during COVID. The same way you would any other time. People still out and about. They're not on quarantine. Did y'all see that story I posted on Instagram about the Dusty who caught his wife at work with a coworker? It was from TMZ. You send your woman to work, she's gonna end up sleeping with somebody, the boss, her work husband, somebody. Especially if you look good, okay? A lot of men don't think about this. They don't really think, oh, my woman gotta have a job. She gotta be, building and bringing home the bacon. That type of man who don't even care that you're gonna have a work husband and or a work husband boss, they don't love you. Because they wouldn't want to share you for 8 to 12 hours a day with another man. For those of y'all, for those of y'all who didn't see my post on Instagram, the husband I think it was her husband or the boyfriend, her husband or her boyfriend he beat her up, and then he made her cut the dude she was having an affair with head off. He made her cut his head off, and they both went to jail. Probably no, they both went to prison. Girl, it's on TMZ on Instagram. That's where I found the story. So if y'all want to go find it, or it's on mine, SheRaSeven. Girl, I don't know. That's a super Dusty there. It's like, send your woman to work and get mad when she finds somebody better than you, and then that's what y'all get. Keep your woman at home, provided for. Why do Dusties have good PP game? Because that's all they got. That's all they got. That's all they have to give. I got all my love to give. He will survive. He will survive. Hey, hey. Okay? He got all his life to live and all his love to give. That's why he will survive. Okay? He got to be good. He ain't got nothing else. Okay? Just like dudes who be ugly, they gotta dress good and smell good. They don't have a choice. You know? Thought y'all knew that by now. She don't work. I don't have a Dusty. That's right. Do you have any tips on how to focus on yourself and not worry about boys? Yeah. Make weekly goals. And if you do worry about a boy, worry about how you're going to get his money. Okay. There you go. Any thinking about that should be thinking about how you're going to get that money. Not them or how they feel about you or if they're going to call, but how you can get their money. That's it. Replace those thoughts with new thoughts of getting his money instead. Instead of getting his attention and his heart, figure out how to get his money. If they give up 50K out of 100 or 40 out of 80, 90, boom, take it and get more men. Okay. I like that math. How can you forget about a Dusty? Get somebody who ain't Dusty and see what you've been missing? You're going to forget the same day as you meet somebody that's not Dusty. That's like moving away from, an ugly house. Oh, I'm going to miss my ugly house. I'm going to miss my, roaches, and I'm going to miss my rats. But as soon as you arrive at the mansion, you don't care about that old house. You don't miss it anymore suddenly. Now you're focused on, oh, I'm going to decorate. Oh, I'm going to invite these people. Oh, I'm going to do Instagram. I'm going to do a tour. You leave something only to level up. You won't miss it at all. I think I used this analogy the other day. When you trade in your old, raggedy car for a new car, do you miss the old car very long? Do you go back and drive by the dealership or the junkyard to go look at it and wave? All right, then. What y'all doing? I'm gonna go visit my old car in the junkyard. I miss my roaches and rats. Let me drive back over there. Say hi to them. Okay. I miss my Dusty. Let me go back and see what he up to. No. So, Shira, more scenarios, mental game ideas for tricking these men. Girl, it's too easy to come up with. And this is the issue that I'm trying to get women to start to do on their own. You must be creative. You must be creative. That is feminine energy. Your feminine side is creative. If you can't come up with this stuff, you can't ever keep it up. And I'm not going to always be there to tell you stuff. You have to start to fabricate it yourself. That's why you need a notebook to start writing stuff down. Write it out and see how it sounds. Pretend like you're writing one of these. Does the story make sense? Does the guy fall for it? What if she gets caught in a lie? What is the next chapter? How does she get out of the lie? This is what you got to do. You got to write your story. Okay? Get to writing. Get to thinking. Get to planning. Use your mind. Use your brain. Create. Because if I keep telling you stuff, you'll just become dependent on that and you won't ever use your own mind to create. And that's why I'm trying to tell you guys. The reason I can make up stuff on the spot is because I'm a natural creator, because I do it so much that it becomes natural. If you start, it will come natural to you. Just start doing it. I know some of y'all are good at it now, right? Some of y'all be making up better stuff than I have. Can you make hoodies that say level up? I think I have some somewhere. Probably on Zazzle. I think a Shira Star Goddess or SheRaSeven was my store name or something like that. It might be listed in the About section, or it might be listed in the Facebook group. But I'll try to find the links to it. Do I still lie to my husband or don't need to anymore? I don't need to lie to him no more. This is when y'all are still like, there's a game to be won. I already won. I mean, like little white lies when you don't want to do something. Oh, like my back hurt. Oh, I'm sick. Yeah, of course, duh. That's the algorithm is a dusty. I click the bell and it doesn't. You got to click it twice and click. I want to be notified every time. They have a new thing where you have to select I want to be notified every time. Like you'll have to subscribe and unsubscribe. So then you hit subscribe again and then you hit the bell again and it says every time or only a few times or sometimes you got to click every time. Every time. Because they updated their system and some people didn't have that option prior. And every time they do an update, stuff change. Now they give you the option. You're welcome. So if you want to get notified every time, you have to click, you got to unsubscribe and then resubscribe, and then it will give you, then you hit the bell and then you click on be notified every time, because they'll give you a choice every time or sometimes. Doesn't your husband hear me making these videos? Yeah, he don't care. What's he gonna do? I'm leaving you because you make videos. What he gonna do? It's not that he don't even care. He doesn't even care. This doesn't bother him at all. He probably right there in the next room. He can hear every word I'm saying. He don't care. I mean, once you get to a certain level in life, you don't take stuff personally. It is what it is. Okay. Just like he'll tell his sister or somebody, she's not doing, she's not in the kitchen. She ain't doing nothing in the kitchen but messing around and making stuff dirty and taking pictures. This is what you can say about who you're with for this long and not take it seriously and just laugh it off. I ain't gonna do that. My hands hurt, my back hurt, I'm tired. My hands hurt. Sasha learns well. I said, girl, you need to wash them dishes. I got a hangnail and it's burned when I put soap on it. You want me to burn? She ain't got nothing of the sort, but she be washing me. Touche, Sasha, touche. Girl, I said, put a glove on. I can't fit those gloves. They're too big. They slip off and water gets inside them. Well, go get a Band-Aid. Okay, and then she disappeared forever. I was looking for a Band-Aid. I couldn't find one. Okay. Make personal style videos. I have a beauty channel and I kind of do hauls and stuff like that over there. It's called Ashira Star. But my personal style is not going to be the personal style of someone trying to level up and catch, somebody, because I'm already married, got kids and stuff. So my style is very different than what my style would have been or would be if I were trying to, catch somebody at this time. My style was a lot different when I was younger and single. If James got a younger sugar baby and his finances were all going to her, would you leave? Girl, yes, I'd be gone because I'm like, okay, bye. Take care of him. He's all yours. Girl, I'd be gone quick because I don't fight for nobody, girl. I ain't fighting for nothing except in the court. Bye. Right. I'll send you a Christmas card, girl. We won't even be mad at each other. We'll be like, bye. See you later. That's how cool we are. James would owe her. That would be stupid. He would never do that, but I'm just saying that if he did, that's how it would probably be. Like I wouldn't be. I'm too old to be jealous now. I'd be like, y'all, I'd call her up and say, well, take care of him now. Make sure he take his medication. I'll see y'all later. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Don't send no pictures if they want some. Yeah, don't ever send pictures. Thank you, Ish, Capiche, Sprinkle, Sprinkle, girl. You already know the answer, but do I still ask, do you have a side piece? If I did, why would I tell you? That's the whole thing. That's number one. If I did, why would I tell you? If I did, don't you think he'd have more money? Mm-hmm. And if I did, I wouldn't tell nobody. Period. That's how you gotta operate. Women are smarter about those type of things. How to make a man approach you? By looking good, baby. By looking good and looking approachable, smiling, being extra feminine. They will approach. Any tips on getting old men to approach? Yeah, extra feminine and smile. Black October. What? We all talk about? Oh, y'all are happy independence. Okay. What attracts a dusty won't attract a rich man. Exactly. They're speaking a different language. I saw that. How do you make sure the dusty leaves you alone for good? Block his number, baby, and don't look back. That's how. Or get a restraining order. I swear I'm not doing it right, but I look out for these old men's leagues. What if your guy asks for a normal, full-figured pic? What guy? If it's your guy, he should already have a picture of you. If it's just some dude on the internet that you haven't really been with or gone out with, or he hadn't spent no money on you, tell him take one when he see you on the date. He gonna take you on. Well, I don't mind. You can take one when we meet. You can take your own photo of me when you take me out on a date. I definitely missed an opportunity being unaware, talking too dang on much. When the man asked me what I wanted, being unsure, then he said, if I'm asking, it's because I want to help. Facepalm. Yep. You already have to have what you. That's why I say date with a purpose. I already know what you want. Make a goal for each date, what you're going to get out of that date. And that's how you execute it. See, y'all are doing stuff backwards. How do you flirt with these men? They're supposed to flirt with you. Okay? You're supposed to look good and be so feminine that they want to get in your presence. You don't flirt with men. That's very masculine. If they come over to you first, all you have to do is be feminine. That's flirting already by just being very feminine. Okay? If you are ultra feminine, you don't have to do anything but be that. That's it. Smile, be ultra feminine. It makes them feel very masculine, and they will like that energy that they feel with, oh, I feel manly around her. So don't do that, because they'll think you do that with everybody. And then they'll just label you, oh, she do that with anybody. You don't know how to flirt. You've been told by a female friend that you don't know how to flirt, and I've been hyper aware of it. Okay, well, your friend sound like a pygmy, baby. The only flirting I'm doing is walking by, looking cute, and being feminine. That's it. That's all you have to do. Do I still go for the bag when he got a wife? Wait, do you still go? Did he ask you out? Because he obviously trying to give it to somebody, trying to give somebody a bag. What's my opinion on Crocs? For children? They look so good on them children. Good for pools and beaches. For children. Who wearing Crocs? Somebody said disgusting. Girl, did you lose a bet? Only if you're in the medical field. The only way I'm wearing Crocs is if they send me a free pair and pay me to wear them and give me a discount code. Sprinkle. Y'all, look at my Crocs. Aren't they cute? They come in all different colors. I wear these around the house and in the backyard when I'm doing my outside things. House shoes, right? Crocs were cool and cute in the suburbs, and I like them. Yeah, that's like junior high school and elementary, but if you're grown, no. Thank you, Ish Capiche. You're my sis from afar. I get the whole check. Girl, go ahead. Sprinkle. Thank you. Get that check. Somebody. Your sugar daddy said your hair was circus chic because you got lots of colored wigs. He called you circus chic. That was a nice way of saying something else. But I think that's a cute way of saying it. I don't know. If he like it, if that's what he likes. Shira, my friend, is getting married to a medium provider man who is ready to pay bills, but nothing more. The guy is fond of bodybuilding, so I told her not to encourage in his fitness. Was I correct? Bodybuilding dude, only gonna pay bills. Medium. Why is she marrying him in the first place? Are they in love? I like honestly. Hmm. You can be medium by yourself. You can get a roommate to pay half the bills and two roommates to pay all the bills. That's what I do. I'd rather have two roommates than marry a medium. What do you call a medium bill payer only? Okay, look, I can rent or buy a house or rent a house with 3 bedrooms or 2 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms and rent them out to other people, collect my money, and pay the whole mortgage or rent. You don't need no man for that. What else he gonna do? And you can still date and get that man to pay for the whole thing, so you getting double. Okay? But if that's what she desires, that's what she desires. Y'all don't know that scam? You rent a house or you buy a house, you lease out rooms or you get roommates. You charge them money, you pay the rent or the mortgage with that money that you got from the roommates. Then you get you a sugar daddy to pay all your bills. So now you got double the money. And that's your job. You don't have to work. Mm-hmm. Then when he tried to come over, oh no, my sisters, my cousin, my aunt lives here. They don't have to know that's your roommate. Okay, get your money. Twice. 3 times. Side piece of a rich man or wife of house provider. Both. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Duh. Where to find husband? Where they at? Well, they're not husbands when you meet them unless they're married to somebody else. So they're out and about, baby, doing normal stuff. If you let them feel you up on the first days of going back, are now labeled a hoe. He's older and has business, but ask Dusty questions. Can you cook? How many men have? Girl, he Dusty. He lying. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, you just got. Katya, he's Dusty. A man with money is not that desperate or ask those type of questions. He lying to you. Did you even do a background check? Girl, he was so dusty, he was just desperate to touch a boobie. Now you know that's desperate. I just want to touch a boobie. Can you cook? How many people have you slept with? Let me touch a boobie. That sounds dusty to me. I'm sorry. Just because you own several businesses don't mean you're making profits. And also, you could work for them and not really own them, or you could co-own them with other people and maybe get a small percentage. We don't know. I don't know. Did you do your background research? Because that sounds dusty to me, baby. Would you add to the relationship? I hate that question. What would you add to the relationship? Myself, my presence, the validation you seek from other men for approval of being successful enough to get a woman like me. How about that? Is that what you want? That's all I bring it back. That's all you're going to get. Take it or leave it. That's what Melania Trump said, I'm sure. It's October 1st day. If I go out with a married man, he's probably never going to take me serious, or what does it depend on for him to take me serious? First of all, he don't take you serious because he's probably married. He probably just wants to date you. But you could take his money seriously, or seriously take his money. Okay. And once he's invested enough of that money, he might start taking you seriously. If you take enough of his money. Period. Okay? If you start taking enough of that money, he's going to start taking you more serious. My ex has melted chocolate on his underwear. How do I say nicely? Ew. Well, if he's your ex, who cares? Then why are you being nice? And why are you still talking to him? Period. Now he is crusty, dusty, and musty. And you still lusting after that melted chocolate. That's disgusting. No. I think you need an exorcism, lady. The body of Christ compels you. The body of Christ compels you. Come out of there, demon. Girl, because that ain't nothing but that. Girl, buy him some Depends diapers and wrap it up, put it in that Dollar Tree gift basket. They got them now too. It's not Depends, it's like something else. Independent. Okay. Go ahead and make them a Dollar Tree basket. Get you some of them diapers, some wet wipes, flushable wet wipes. Girl, go ahead and hook them up. Get them some flushable wet wipes. Some poopery. They got the Dollar Tree brand, a poopery, I think. And get him them independent diapers. Okay. And some Pepto-Bismol. Sprinkle. Just in case he having an issue. I bought you something. That's how you tell him nicely, baby. That's how you tell him nicely. Maybe he was trying to help him, girl. Maybe he was trying to reach out and do a good deed. So you. Okay, maybe you're not possessed. Maybe you just real nice. Anyway, maybe you're an angel, not a devil. Okay. He will be angry, girl. I guess he would be angry. Maybe you should just ignore it. I think that's what most men would want. Just ignore that. Just act like it never happened. Thank you, Guyana. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My goal is to stay home. Husband pays house bills. I pay car nanny while I work groceries, insurance, and cell phones. Yikes. Should I move on or quit? I'm sure you're paying way more than he is. You could just have a roommate. I don't know, girl. I don't know. If you agreed to that when you moved in, I don't know. That's what you agreed to. That's why he's still there. Should you go? No, you shouldn't go. You should start giving him some of those bills and see if he tries to go. At least give him a chance. A lot of women will ask that question, but they won't even try to give that man the bills. Give him the bills. Give him the insurance bill. Give him the grocery bill. Give him the nanny bill, unless that ain't his kids. He should still be paying some of it, even if it ain't his kids, if he with you. Okay. Yeah. Why does a guy say he wants a good-looking, respectable woman, but then choose a pick-me? That don't mean he still don't want one, baby. Did you hear what I said? That don't mean he still don't want one. Okay. Pick-me is just the space filler, the placeholder. She's not permanent. He still won't the other thing, but this is what he's going to temporarily be with until he gets it. Thank you. Sure is talking to me. He's taking me to travel, but he's always saying that he's spending a lot of money. It's annoying me. What should I do? Ignore? I'm spending, I can't stand that. That will make me throw up. Because if it's uncomfortable for him to spend money, I'm uncomfortable watching him be uncomfortable spending money. Because that's like, why even do it if you can't even enjoy it? When you spend money, you're supposed to spend it happily. Like it's coming back to you already. You're not supposed to be like, it hurts to pay. That's disgusting. And I could never. I would just not be around if he talks about it. I'd be like, oh, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so nice of you. He wants sympathy, but you're just going to be like, oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it. You're so generous. Flip the script, baby. But I hate watching people pay that don't like to pay. It's almost like an insult, and that they think they're going to get something in return because it's hurting them so bad. It looks like they're sacrificing for something else. I'm sacrificing this. You better do something in the near future. I hate pain. Girl, that's why you just say, thank you so much. You're so kind. Appreciate it. On to the next. What are we doing next? Okay? Act like it don't even bother you. I said I lost something and canceled the second date because I was sad. He said he would get me the same. I said he doesn't need to. And Daryl, why would you say that? Your error, yes. I would be like, oh my God, that is so sweet of you. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Well, I'll send you the link. I'm here on my Amazon wish list. I'll find it. It might take me a little while, but I'll send you the link a little bit later. Oh my gosh, you don't realize how much you've made my day. This is so relieving. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Oh my God. Get your stuff. What are you doing? Or you don't have to. Okay. Back to square one. You fumbled the ball. The bag. You fumbled the bag. Yeah. Don't do that no more. Stop. Stop saying what you think you're supposed to say and say something to get what you're supposed to get. You're not supposed to see. Women have been so brainwashed to put themselves last and not accept things. This is what happens subconsciously. Your pick Misha slipped out. Your pick Misha showed up and slipped out in a subconscious way. Okay. If Dusty want to play, make them pay. If you offer me something, I'm taking it. Period. Thank you. That's very nice of you. I appreciate it. That's all you gotta do. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm getting ready to go, y'all, but I appreciate y'all hitting that thumbs up. Y'all hit that like button. Come on. The numbers should be closer together of the people that's in here and the likes. Mm-hmm. I appreciate it, though. Thank you for everybody who donated, too. You never say you shouldn't have. Like, say you should have. I'm so glad you did. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're so generous to me all the time. Words of power. Thank you so much for being so generous to me. Not you shouldn't have, or you don't got to. Yes, you do. And they know they have to. And when you say that, they know you lying. And it makes you look even worse because they think, oh, I know I'm old. I know she's coming up with a scenario for me to get her something new. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. But if she denies me, that just means what? She has a deeper scheme. Is she trying to sugar me up or sweeten me up for something worse? Or she got bigger plans to scam me or something like that? So you're supposed to take the little stuff as well. Accept it right away. That's what he's there for. How long do you wait to stop splitting the bill? You never split the bill. Ever. If you split the bill, that was one too many times. Okay? You don't ever split the bill. If you've been splitting the bill, then stop splitting it right now. Don't ever split it again, ever. Period. When you meet new people, never split bills with new people. Are you talking about like in a marriage or like when you go out to eat? Yeah, don't be splitting bills. Here's my thing. If your man or your husband can't totally provide for you, then he leaves you half open for someone else to step in. Okay? If you only paying half, who getting the other half? Okay. How to deal with losing friends while leveling up? The same way the caterpillar deals with losing friends as they metamorphose into a butterfly, he loses his caterpillar friends. Wave from them from above. Hey, how y'all doing, Big Mishas? Bye. You gotta let stuff go sometimes. You gotta let people go sometimes. You can't take them with you. They only were your friend because you weren't leveled up. Do you ever think about that? Do you think if you would have met them leveled up, they would have been your friend in the first place? Probably not. So, that particular friend does not want to be friends with someone who is leveled up. She never did, and she doesn't want to now. Period. Just like, if you, let's say you start dating a guy, and then he got this weird, strange hobby, and you're like, oh no, I can't, this is a deal breaker. And you left because he was doing some crazy stuff. That's the deal breaker with her. Okay, leveling up is the deal breaker for some female friends. It's the deal breaker. You can't. Oh no, you can't level up on me like that. I'm out. So like, Dusties stare like they are in love, but they mock you behind your back. They sure do. That's why you need to be about your money. Never have one of them won by, I can't make him marry you and get two side. Do I? Oh, you don't need friends who don't want to level up. That's right. Your new plan, I'll go on that rescheduled date with him and still be very sad about the lost good other idea. If he mentions it again, take it. Yeah, reschedule the date. Maybe he'll be a gentleman and bring something anyway. Bring what you lost anyway. That's how you know he really likes you, if he brings it without your permission. He's just gonna do it. Show up with it. That's a very rich man, or married man, is asking me out of town. If I go, should I? Is he giving you any money? First of all, you need to get money before you leave the town. Okay, you gotta leave. You need to get money before you leave town from him. And no, you don't sleep with them. Okay, talk. The dog kennel will get you some money. Like, I got 3 giant dogs. I have to put them in the kennel while we're on the trip. $75 a day per dog. Get you that money first. Get you. Okay, gather your money. Get parking lot money for parking. You're not going to be getting the hours from your job, so you're going to need compensation so that you can have money for the end of the month. So he needs to be paying that before you even go out of town. You need to get that first. Okay. Because he could just be using his frequent flyer miles and not spending too much money at all. The more they invest in you, the more they respect you, and the more they will want to keep you around after they come back from the trip. So spend. Spend his money before you get on the trip, during the trip, and after the trip. On the way back from the trip, okay? Everywhere you go, buy stuff. Everywhere. With his money. I'm trying to tell y'all how to get them. Every dime they invest in you is how much they invest into a possible relationship. Hi. Women, stop taking money from other women. Leave the fine boys alone and level up. Right. Go. Yeah, that's for like when you're young. Have fun with those. Then level up. Hi, Shira. I don't want to go to college. Should I just get a job? I don't feel comfortable at home. Do whatever makes you happy. Like, so most people do both. Most people that are going to college got a job, girl. What you doing? And get kicked out at 18. You gotta go. Here, bye. If somebody else is paying for it, go to trade school. Get you you could be in and out within a year or less, and you can work. Don't go to trade school for something you could make money off of forever, like especially something feminine, like makeup artist, hairstylist, something like that. Don't go for something where you have to be around. Go to something you can make a business out of later on. Something you can utilize at home and work from home. Don't do something where you have to go somewhere. Okay. I would definitely do like cosmetology, hair, or something like that. Even cooking, because think about it. If you get some of those skills, you could actually work from your house. You could make videos. You can do instructional videos. You can have private clients. You could do weddings, prom. You could open your own, you can have your own business and have a website saying makeup artist, hairstylist, da da da, and people call you. Oh, I'm having a wedding. Will you do my makeup? And you just go and meet them at the location, do the makeup, get paid. You don't have to report to somebody's boss every day. Girl, go get a trade, a feminine trade, get your social media popping with it. And then if you meet a sugar daddy or whatever, he can invest into your business or whatnot. And you could get you more. You could start a line. Okay, well, you're a makeup artist. You should have a line of something. Women shop more than men. So if your stuff will sell online or on Instagram, that's what you need to be doing. If why work harder when you can work smarter? That's all I'm saying. If that's not the type of person you are, and you don't think that you'll be good at that, then that's understandable. Maybe do something else like photography or something where you can work for yourself, work from home, and make a lot of money, and do it at your own leisure. And da da da. That's what I do. Get an online store. I don't know. I just think people are working harder instead of smarter. Harder instead of smarter. Think about this. Where do you spend most of your time? I'm just gonna give y'all a scenario. Where do you spend most of your time? Right here, right? On what? What apps do y'all use the most? I'm just gonna show y'all something. Instagram, YouTube. Facebook. Pinterest. Poshmark. Okay. This person bought a website, a boutique, and just post pictures all day and people click and buy it. She don't go nowhere. The amount of money she probably spent on inventory is probably the same amount somebody spent on a trade school or one semester of college. She will flip her money in a month, and it will take 4 years to finish one degree or bachelor's degree. Then they have to go in for master's degree, and they're in debt. And now they're looking for a job to start off at a low salary. And then they have to pay back student loans if they had student loans. And they're not going to start making money until a while. Meanwhile, someone that took the money that they were going to use for school has already made their money back 10 times fold, 20 times fold, 40 times fold. Okay? So just think about stuff. Thank you, Tyrone. Sprinkle. Appreciate that. So, and no matter how long you work after college, you still have to pay them loans back if you got a loan. Now you're stuck in a 9 to 5 or whatever your schedule is. You can't do what you want when you want. You have a schedule. You got to get up and go do that. You got to have a boss and A, B, C, and D. Meanwhile, millions of women are clicking. Oh, I like that jacket. I'm going to get that. Oh, I would look good in that color. Click. I had that one already. I'm going to get the other one. Click. If 200 people do this in a day, if 10 people do it in a day, that's it. So you got to understand, watch what the world is evolving into, and you'll see that sometimes what people told you was a good plan is no longer a good plan. Because they didn't have certain things back in those days that they have now. You got grants? Well, that's good, but I think I got a Cash App. Some of my stock market money came back. Cash App investing. You earned a dividend that has been added to your Cash App now. Thank you. You wish you knew this when you was 18 and enrolled in college. Yeah. Sad, but that's what's being pushed, and everything they teach you in college is online for free. And most people don't even use their degrees. They end up doing something totally different. Because think about this. If you go to college for something and you get a job and they lay you off from that job and you're doing a job search, but nobody's hiring for whatever you got a degree in because a machine that took your job, an app that took your job. Now you got to figure out what else you can do with that type of degree. Oh, not much. So now you have to say, well, I think I can do this if I, look up something online and figure it out. Or I think I could do this. I mean, I'm pretty good at that. You don't even work in your degree because most of the time, by the time you finish school, somebody done invented an app that takes your place. Okay? Literally, by the time you finish school, there's going to be an app finished that is going to take your place. Literally. So, Girl, just get online and get your app. Right. How did I learn how to trade stock? I pay attention to stuff and I have a lot of free time because I don't have to go to work or school. Actually, Cash App has a section where you can invest in stocks and they make it super easy. And I've done so many videos showing this. You just hit this little squiggly line right there. And you hit the squiggly line and then the stock stuff will come up. And you can buy stock right here with your Cash App money. And you can watch it go up and down every day. It gives you news about stocks, and so you know if you want to trade it or not. Cash App makes it really easy, and plus everybody uses Cash App. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think colleges are going to be a thing of the past very soon, or all online. The next 20 years, I think most people are going to either skip college or do college online. I don't think there's going to be an upward movement unless they're going to like medical school or law school. I don't think there's going to be an increase in other types of, degrees. So I really wouldn't invest in it. In terms of knowledge, real books are far superior than online knowledge. If you want true intelligence, they have online books though. So can I read an online book? I got both. That's why I have both online and physical books on Amazon. Too Pretty to Pay Bills. I Bring Nothing to the Table. The Wisdom of SheRaSeven. Y'all go get those. Oh, and How to Do What You Love by a Sure Star Goddess, SheRaSeven. You got to look it up under both the names. Otherwise, it won't pop up. I have some of the links below. Natural science. But see, they got computers that do so much stuff now with science. So, and plus a lot of those fields are underpaid now. Like Layla's in this class for career. It teaches you about different careers and how much salaries they earn. All of them don't make enough money for her. She's like, it's not enough. How much money do you make, Mommy? How much money does Daddy make? Well, I got to go to school all these years to come out and make way less and do way more work. This is not fair. I was like, that's right. You better own your own business then, Layla. So, Dusty's, Crusties, and Musties that you lust make you lusty. No, they don't. Not me. If that's what turn you on, something wrong with you. Ain't nothing like a good old musty dusty. Nope. That shows you your maturity level and your priority list is way off balanced. That's a reflection of you. Yeah, I got physical books. I love books. I agree. You can take it with you. You can see it and ponder upon things a little bit longer. So flip real estate houses. If you get enough money to be able to flip houses, I mean, I really wouldn't want to deal with the headache or the responsibility. Like I said, I like easy stuff. Work smarter, not harder. The same amount of money you could buy a house for in a bad market with Corona, you could buy a certain amount of inventory and open up an Amazon store. Everybody shop on Amazon. Or you could take the same amount and order stuff and create your own Shopify store. Okay. With the amount of money you're going to spend on a rusty, dusty, crusty house that somebody got to fix up and find somebody to buy it or rent it in a bad market, you could have inventory and just be on Instagram or, all social medias advertising and waiting for the crazy shopaholic people to just click on it because they think it's cute, or to go to Amazon and just see stuff and say, oh, I need that. I want that. Somebody's going to buy it. People are consumers. And more people consume certain things in a bad market or a bad economy as comfort or to make themselves feel better. Small ticket items. Okay. So they can't buy anything giant. They can't go out and buy a house right now. But if they want to feel new or pretty or like accomplished, they'll buy a lipstick. They'll buy an outfit. They'll buy a face mask. They'll buy a piece of jewelry just to tide them over until they can make another big purchase when the economy gets better. So that's what you should offer. And then with that profit, if you can afford to throw away money on a house, and it doesn't matter if it sells or not, or in the stock market, and it doesn't matter if it does good, that's throwaway money, then go for it. Your throwaway money bring you profit. That's how you know you're really doing well. Okay. How to handle people who won't stop talking although you stop talking. Start coughing. Act like you choking to death, or you can't. Girl, they can't hear. You can't hear. They'll stop. Are you okay? I swallowed my spit, went down the wrong pipe. Girl, interrupt. How rude. If you want somebody to shut up, you have to stop the flow. You start coughing. If they still trying to talk over your cough, something wrong. Okay. I hate when people talk to me when I have on earphone. Girl, I do too, because I'm like, what? I can't hear you. And I hate talking to people with earphones on too. I remember one time I was having a whole conversation by myself because James had on his earphones. Then all of a sudden he started singing real loud and off key. And I knew he had them earphones in. He didn't hear nothing. Not one word. My lashes are from Level Up Cosmetics, of course. They're magnetic. Yeah, shameless plug time. Once again, let's get it out. So, this is what they look like in the package, and this is what you get. It comes with a little liner, And you just paint on the liner and then stick it on. And it's magnetic, see? You can take them off and put them right back on. And it sticks to the liner unless the liner comes off when you snatch it off like I just did. You can just reapply a little bit of it because it has magnetic stuff in the liner. See? And it just goes right back on. So easy. The law of attraction. All right, y'all, I'm getting ready to go. But thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all on the next one. Sprinkle, sprinkle, everybody. Thank y'all for hitting that like button up to 542. Y'all can hit it up a little bit more. I'd appreciate it. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't fall for the musty, crusties, and dusties. All right.